Hi everybody. Today I'm gonna show you about the character blueprint in Unreal Engine. How can we use it? So right button, blueprint class, character. Character is a type of pawn that include the ability to walk around. If you press here, you can open the documentary and there they explain detail about the character. You can see it, but I will not go there. I just create a character and I name it fun character. You can see the different icon, the uh, human passport size icon, and there is a computer icon on game mode. If you double click and open the fun character, here you can see the capsule component. We can increase the height. There is other function called collision preset. There is event like component hit, click, or begin overlap and other functionality. There is a mesh. We can add the mesh. We can add the animation blueprint. There is a character movement. We can increase and decrease the size, the gravity scale, accuracy, ground force, and other also many function. So there is a viewport, there is a construction script, and there is event graph. In event graph we will add our blueprint code in, and from construction script we can partially do some coding. There is a macrons, we can add macrons, we can add variable like the level blueprint, like the game mode. Let's delete it, compile and save. Now if you go to the viewport, there is a arrow. Arrow is the facing the character. So I will add a skeletal mesh, this women mesh. Her shader still need to compile. So I will get her down and I will rotate her to the arrow position. So there is a z-axis minus 88 and minus 89. So I give it a round figure like minus 90, minus 90. Compile and save. Now open the game mode and we have few function here. There is a default pawn class and we can add our fun character which we created in here. Compile and save. So if we play, our character is not moving now because we used the mesh, and the mesh should be moved, but it's not moving because there is no input. So if I search toggle debug camera, we're still in our game view, game mode, and now we can remove our camera and see around, and here is the character, but it's not moving. So for move it, I need to add a camera because I want to see it. I don't want to unseen it, which we show. Now I add a spin arm. We can add a camera also, but its spin arm will show the camera from previous view, and that's the camera, and it's auto active. So when we play our game, our camera will be auto active. So this is our character, but we cannot move. We can also change the camera position from the spin arm, and I just rotate it and make it upper, and if we play we can see our character from the upper. Now from edit, project settings, we can change the, we can go to the input. Here already we have some input, but if we start from scratch we don't see any input because there would be no input, but we use the third person template, that's why we have input. So there is a few input in here: move forward, move right, and other etc thing. So from event graph, right button and search move forward, and we find a option move forward backward. There is a two output, executive pin and a float. So that's the move forward and backward function. We add some key like ws. W have 1 and s have minus 1 value. So I add a function called get player controller, and when you uh, move your key into the node, they show detail about the node. So I add a actor forward vector, and I add a movement input, and I add the forward vector to all direction. And here you can see our W have 1 value and S have a -1 value. So add the axis value to the scale value, compile and save. Now if we play our game, F11 and Alt P, now we can move forward and backward, but we cannot move left or right because we don't add the function left or right. So there is a function called move left right, and there is a and D key. A have -1 and D have 1. So let's add the input. We search and move right left, and it's the same name. You can see it. So copy the movement input, Control C, Control V, edit. We add the axis value to all direction. It will not add because our axis value is float and our scale is also float, but our all direction is vector. So now I add a vector, get actor right vector, and I add it. So now if we play, we can go forward and backward, we can go right and left. I am pressing W for forward, S for backward, D for right, and A for left. So also we can change our character. We use this character, but we can change the character, but be sure you have the animation blueprint, then it will work properly as a third person character. So we can walk around with new character. Also we can duplicate our character and use different character in our game mode. So it can be right or left. Now I just duplicate it, select the character, Ctrl D or Ctrl W, it will duplicate, and I add a different character in here like this, or you can use any other character you want. It can be your custom character. It depend on you which character you want to add. Compile and save. Now just add the character. There is a fat character and I add it. Now it's fat character 1. Open the game mode, compile and save. Now if we play, we have the different character. So this is the use of Unreal Engine. We can change the player start to above, and if we play Alt P, then we'll start from above. So this is for today's tutorial. You can use your character and game mode is your own way. So see you in next tutorial.